everybody, welcome back. These are some influencers that got caught and called out. All right, I didn't want to involve myself in this mess. However, I'm friends with Azzyland in real life, and I know her to be an absolute unicorn fairy of a human being. And it is my duty as a friend to speak to her character and come to her defense.
I had done a diva cosplay and it went viral on Reddit Gaming, and then a month later I posted it again. On the same day that month, she posted a diva cosplay. Completely coincidental. I don't think she knew me. I didn't know her. But because I'd gone viral and she was already viral, people started tagging me in her comments saying, "Oh my god, you and Azzyland should collab, you guys," because we both posted the same day. So then I go to my ex at the time and I was like, oh my god, like everybody's tagging me in this girl's page. She seems really cool. She likes gaming. Like, I could have another gamer friend. And he's like, that's SSSniperwolf. She's not going to want to collab with you. She hates women. And I was like, you're being a hater. Like, don't believe everything you see on the internet. Like, I was defending her. And then lo and behold, later on Twitter, she's like, don't compare me to girls who Photoshop their butts and their boobs and their waist to my photos, or I don't know, something like that. That's like the whole thing with her. It's like she always wants to prove that she's real and someone else is fake. And it's like, can't we just all be real?
Yeah.
She's so cute. Like, I can't like look at her and not smile. She's such a cute person in real life as well. So for those that don't know, over the last few years, there's been very much a one-sided feud in which SSSniperwolf has called out Azzyland for quote unquote copying.
Always be yourself, unless you suck. Then pretend to be somebody else. And that's on Azzyland.
In actuality, it kind of seems like it might be the other way around.
Let's go back to the original tweet of Azzy pointing out a coincidental thumbnail in 2017.
She tried calling me out on Twitter saying I copied her thumbnail.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Imitation is the biggest form of flattery, but what happens when it's done over 40 times? In some instances, Sniper would use the same exact video title that Azzy would use, copying videos that were years older to weeks older to months older to, and sometimes days older. It's like SSSniperwolf went to Azzy's page, clicked on her most popular videos, looked at the thumbnails and see which one she could recreate using the same type of video. And we can't blame her husband because her court filing says he pretty much didn't do anything after 2016.
That's the dealio. Azzy recently did a video with Nerd City in which she called out SSSniperwolf for essentially doing the exact thing that SSSniperwolf was accusing her of doing. Now the difference is, Leah has weaponized her fan base to call out Azzy for quote unquote copying, and Azzy has been relentlessly bullied over it online for years while she's kept mostly silent. This whole thing should have never existed, especially because we are reaction channels, babes. We react to other people's original content. You cannot take ownership of the content that you react to and say that it's your original idea. You just can't. Reaction content wouldn't exist if it weren't for the wonderful creators that we feature in our videos. So all of this being said, obviously I'm biased. I love Azzy. She's a good friend of mine. She's the type of person to lift other people up, especially women. She believed in me when I first started, and I probably wouldn't be making the content that I'm making if it weren't for her. So go watch Nerd City's video for all of the context, and go show Azzyland some love because she really needs it. Now we are going to move on. I won't say another thing about it.
Have you seen the scandal of the Brazilian Ana Delvey? So I have been tagged in all kinds of videos trying to understand what's going on with this drama in Brazil because I'm Brazilian, I speak Portuguese, and there are all these videos about this guy who's supposedly a scammer in Portuguese, and people are trying to figure out what's going on. So since I report on all things luxury, I figured I'm gonna make a video explaining what's going on. In case you haven't heard, there is this Brazilian influencer who portrays a life of insane wealth. I'm not talking having a Chanel bag and a Louis Vuitton logo bag. I'm talking about photos with tons of different exotic Hermes bags, private jets, different Rolls Royce, traveling the world, the most insane suites, the outfits, designer head to toe. His name is João. The way he portrays himself is unlike anything I have seen before. And I thought he was a bit fishy because I know people that have a lot of money in real life, and even the ones that are most flamboyant kind of don't act the way he does. Made a name for himself, kind of showing off and rubbing gratuitous wealth in kind of a very strange way. And all of a sudden, people started to investigate his life, and also some people started to come forward with accounts of experiences with him which are making him a complete scammer now. It's all supposedly, right? So he supposedly claimed that he was the son of an Arabian sheik, very, very rich, royalty, comes from insane wealth. And people started digging into his past and found that he comes from very humble beginnings in Brazil.
Which is okay.
They even found the house that he lived and posted the house that he lived in Brazil. There's supposedly a photo circulating of him with his Arabian dad, and people found out that that photo was photoshopped.
No way.
Stock photo, so it's all
what?
Okay. People also started talking about being scammed by him, and what seems to happen is that his MO is he will approach people that are influencers, small influencers that are trying to make it in the influencer world, and he will approach them promising to connect them with big names in the luxury fashion industry. He claims to be friends with the CEO of Balenciaga. He says he's going to connect you with Chanel, take you to fashion shows, and he will ask them to pay for his trip and pay this insane consulting fee for him to do all of these things. I've watched a few videos of people coming forward, and they have receipts, you guys, okay, of their experience with him. This one girl used to make vlogs for Brazilian people showing how life is in Switzerland, in Zurich. He approached her. He called her and said, if you pay for my trip to come to Switzerland and you pay my fee of X thousand amount of dollars, I will take you to these fashion shows. I would connect you with these events. This other girl said the same thing. He approached her saying, I can take you to New York. I can connect you with all of these luxury places, and if you pay this X amount of fee, I will take you to a Chanel gala. She starts relating the whole experience with him in New York. She says they went to Cipriani, which is a very famous restaurant here in the US. She said that they ate at Cipriani, and when he created the TikTok video, he posted these videos that he stole from other people of all of these things that they never ordered when they went to Cipriani.
What?
And he posts the bill of their meal at like $2,900.
You posted the bill? You posted the goddamn bill? All right. Me personally, I've just always kind of learned that people that like to flaunt their wealth and like just look at all the money I have, look at all the designers I have, and they make that like literally their entire personality. I just feel like they're not really that rich. Like they just can't be, because the fact of the matter is there's such a thing as quiet luxury for a reason. Think about like really like rich billionaires, you know what I mean? Mark Zuckerberg, guy looks like he just wears the same fucking t-shirt every day. I feel like, you know, I've known rich people in real life, and they're not the type of people to like flaunt their wealth. They're just not.
She said that there was a complete lie. That was not their bill, that they actually spent $70 per person.
Oh, stop, really? The bill he posted was in Turkish. In New York, they got a bill in Turkish.
She also says that after that, they go to the Rolls-Royce dealership where they took a bunch of photos of themselves in Rolls-Royces, and she shows her photos and his. She says he took photos on all of these different cars, pretending that they were his car. She said,
wait, they're not?
So much. He steals footage from other people. He photoshops stuff from other people. She also says that he posted photos wearing her outfits. He borrowed her outfits, and then she showed the clothes, so receipts, okay, of him wearing her outfits. So in the middle of all this rigmarole in New York, the time comes for them to go to the Chanel gala. He calls her, he leaves her a voice message, and she played all of the voice messages on her TikTok video where he's saying, you know, he claims his mom was sick with cancer in the hospital for a while, and he was really down. And then the night that the Chanel gala was supposed to happen, he tells her that his mom has passed away, and he couldn't go to the gala. But she said she got suspicious because before the gala, no problem that his mom was ill with cancer in the hospital. So she calls Chanel in New York, and Chanel tells her that there was no gala. There were no events happening whatsoever. And she realized it was all a farce. It was all a scam. And she even had the invite that he created for them for the Chanel gala that she had paid for. This is the length that he's willing to go.
Wow. I just don't really understand why people pretend to be rich. Like, if you're pretending to be rich, you don't understand how much people hate rich people. Like, people hate rich people. Why would you want to be someone that everybody hates?
She also said that while they were in New York, they went to a Birkin appointment where he looked at all of these exotic Birkin bags.
How did he even get the appointment?
a complete lie about his life. She said that he made up that he came from this billionaire foreign family, showed stuff in his phone that was completely false. And then when the SA left the room, he made her take 1 million photos of him with all of those exotic Birkins, pretending he was actually shopping and that those bags were his. But I'm talking to my community on Instagram about this, and I said, I looked at the photo of the place he was at with all of the Birkins, and I was like, this is not an Hermes back room.
That's it. That's it. There it is. Okay, it's not an Hermes room. Okay, so for those that don't know, I don't know this because I've ever been invited. I'm not cool enough to be invited to Hermes. You can't look at an Hermes bag without an invitation, and I think that you need to spend like a crazy amount of money, like $100,000 or something just absolutely crazy before you even get invited to look at a Birkin. You don't get invited to look at these wonderful exotic ones. You get like kind of whatever they have in the store. I'm not really sure how they do it. So I'm just wondering, like, how the hell did he even get an invite if he wasn't rich? And it's because that's not Hermes. He's not actually at Hermes. Okay, got it, got it.
Would never accept someone off the street and say, okay, I'm gonna take you to my back room and show you all of our exotic bags. That would never happen. So it's very hard to scam with Hermes, right? One of my followers in my community said that what he showed, that place that he was at, is the Madison Avenue Couture showroom in New York. It's a resale place of luxury bags. And I was like, it had to be a resale place because Hermes would never.
That makes sense.
So she said that, you know, he's flexing all of these things that are really not his. Like, he will go to places and pretend that he owns the cars, that he's buying the bags, he borrows his clothes from people. And then she said that she posted a photo of herself and said that he gave her, you know, these accessories, gave her this Chanel belt. When she went back,
it's fake.
Found out that the Chanel belt was fake. And I believe it because, I mean, looking at the receipts, it's kind of hard to deny.
Gosh, that is cray-cray. I don't even know how to wrap my brain around that, to be honest. The only thing that I will just add on, and I've already said it, people really don't like rich people. The vast majority of people don't like rich people because, you know, the vast majority of rich people, you know, probably got there by stepping on a lot of people who aren't rich. Rich people don't like to flaunt the fact that they're rich. This whole concept of all the brands, the showiness, it's a very new money thing. It's like everybody's got something to prove. Look at me, look how much money I have. Showing off all of your money only invites jealousy and hatred, and people are gonna rob you. Like, that's literally what it brings upon you.
Why do I talk different for what? When for my videos, I'm the same human being. How do I talk? Guys, so today I got this new mask. And be your own kid. I got this. Is that what I say? Is that what I sound like? Aussie? Let me show them what you guys are doing. They're doing apples. They're made up like humans.
Oh, that apple is yassified.
Oh, thanks. I'm so glad that my beauty products can be used.
You sure you're really glad? Because you always say you're glad and you're mad.
Well, I'm mad that you guys leave a mess like this. You guys are going to have to throw the whole kid away, okay?
Damn, imagine being called out by your own child. Okay, but to be fair, I'm pretty sure that Kim Kardashian took a page out of like Paris Hilton's book with the whole voice thing. I think she learned through Paris Hilton that dumbing yourself down and having that like kind of quiet voice makes you popular, which is exactly why I am not popular. Have you guys ever seen this video of Kim Kardashian's real laugh? Hang on one second, let me see if I can find it. Oh my God, I'm about to expose Kim Kardashian real laugh. Oh my God, here it is. Listen to this.
Yeah.
To me, a baby, you're stuck for life. Marriages come and go.
Yeah.
No offense, guys. Take it from me. And good luck at your wedding.
She sounds like her mom.
That's why hopefully there'll be just one more wedding for me. Fourth time's a charm.
She sounds like Ursula. I actually really like that laugh. Like, I really enjoy that. I wish I could laugh like that, but I can't. I have to force it. I prefer that laugh. The Cruella, evil queen laugh, Kim Kardashian.
I recently walked through Michael Costello, but that's not me who he posted on
What?
his story. Michael's a big designer with 1.7 million followers. Editing my face and removing my race is completely disrespectful. He claims he casted me because he likes me, but I wasn't even on his official list. The only reason why I walked for him last minute was because a model was missing and I could fit into her dress. There's nothing he can do about the artist who sends him photos, so essentially he's blaming the photographer. I asked the photographer, he did not edit the photos that the designer posted. That makes sense because this is the photo he posted on his story. On call, he tells me that the designer has been deleting his messages on Instagram, unsending them, so it looks like the photographer has a one-sided conversation with the designer. A model close to Michael offered to ask him what happened. The model tells him that Michael says it's fan art. Michael has told 3 different people 3 different stories. He then removes my image without an apology, then posts AI art, and then shared profiles of AI models as if to imply that everyone's doing this so I shouldn't be angry or I am replaceable. I understand as a model I am replaceable, but I don't get paid to do these shows. While I don't get paid, there's tacit understanding
it's
that
for
I'm doing this for
exposure.
exposure and for photographs. By not using my face, he's taking advantage of models without the same influence as he does. This isn't the first time that Michael has done something like this. In this article by The Cut, Claire Lampin does a really good job explaining all the controversy he's gone into. You can get a taste of Michael's character by reading these article titles. Racist rumors, calling someone an N-word, body shaming, even harassment. But in the end, I'm just another disgruntled model that doesn't have much of a reach. Perhaps I'm making a mountain out of a molehill and this will ruin my modeling career, but I do believe this is something I should stand up for.
Girl, if you're not getting paid to do those shows, and granted, even if you are getting paid, I hear that runway shows don't actually pay a lot unless you're like Bella Hadid or Kendall Jenner. For like the average model to do a show, it's like a few $100, you know what I'm saying? Which might be a lot of money to some people, but when you're walking for these gigantic brands, it's definitely not a lot of money to these models, and they're also going to be retired by the time they're like 24. But you're doing these things for exposure, to get your name out there, to get your face out there. And he just went and like replaced her face with like AI and then posted a bunch of shit just to essentially say, oh, look, other people are posting AI artwork, so it's totally okay if I do it. It's not okay if you do it. Like, come on. Why did you cast her in your show if you didn't like her face? And for the record, she's got a gorgeous face. I prefer the original.
Photoshop and Vogue France cover with Victoria Beckham. I don't think there's any Photoshop on this because they left like a hair right here. And like,
oh yeah, it doesn't look.
Her neck and her chin kind of blend together. It looks totally natural. Here's a few Getty images for comparison. We can see that her neck, chin, and jaw look the exact same in real life as they do on that cover photo. And if we look at this image here, we can even see that she has like a similar hair that matches up with the Vogue France cover image with the hair right there. And she also has a hair here. So she definitely has hair. Nothing spicy happening.
Definitely has hair.
Because we definitely live in a society that has no issues with women aging.
Oh God, I feel for her though. Like I do feel for her. The thing is like I look at this and I just look at someone who's just a little bit older, that's all. But like, I mean, how old is Victoria Beckham? Let's look it up. She's almost 50 years old. It's okay to age. Like it really, really, really is. And like, honestly, I sympathize with her. Like I do, because she probably feels like she has to do that in order to keep up with beauty standards, in order to maintain this like facade of like, I must be perfect. I must look perfect at all times. But I will say this, it seems like a lot more celebrities are embracing their age, are embracing what they look like without Photoshop, without filters, without makeup. I mean, did y'all see Pamela Anderson at like Paris Fashion Week? She went without makeup. And granted, I'm sure she's gotten like quite a bit of work done, but she's, you know, she's older and she went, didn't wear any makeup. She looks fabulous. I love to see it. I love her face. The beauty shines through because she's confident. As soon as you start hiding, people just accuse you of being fake. Better to be real and inspiring than fake, like you're hiding something. People are gonna find out. They're gonna know. They're gonna know that that's not what you look like.
This girl is getting called out after making a TikTok exposing Subway for giving her the wrong order. Noelle is a successful TikToker slash teacher with over 5 million followers. And after doing a review of her lunch that she got from Subway, she completely went in on them. She claims that her order was made incorrectly as she asked for no tomatoes or cucumbers, but there was both on the sandwich. And at first people were taking Noelle's side, but when she started to make a few TikToks about the situation, the employee who made the sandwich finally got involved. The employee claims that Noelle placed the order through the app, and she never asked for no tomatoes or cucumbers.
That's what was on the receipt. I know that's not what you usually order because you order a lot.
Okay, so I usually have an idea of what you're ordering.
And for further proof, the employee shared the receipt of Noelle's order. As you can see, her name is on the top, and she asked for tomatoes and cucumbers. So as a result, people were quick to call out Noelle in the comments, saying things like Subway regulars are insane, as well as saying that she owes the employee an apology.
Period. Girl, we're lying about sandwiches now. We're making multiple videos about a sandwich. How are you not embarrassed? Those are some influences that got caught and called out. Subscribe!